Okay, Saturday, 2nd of November, 2024. So Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Psychology Saturday. Understand yourself and others better. Understand the apex fallacy. So when we see certain people in positions of power or society, whatever else, or in companies, or any role really, we tend to only look, or this hierarchy in general, we tend to look at the people at the top and look at what skills and talents and abilities or what biases they have, and the percentages or the population, things like that, all kinds of different metrics. We would look at people in the top of a hierarchy, and that hierarchy could be anything, and no matter how grand that hierarchy is or how elegant or prestigious that specific hierarchy may be. And then we tend to look at those. And then anything we glean, anything we understand or we learn from by looking at them, we tend to superimpose it on the rest of the hierarchy. Oh, it's only smart, rich people who do this. Oh, it's only men who do that. Oh, it's only this and that. Only educated people or only university educated, whatever metric. And yet, no, that's not always true. Just because, say, there are men up here, doesn't mean that the same percentage and ratios will be over here, good or bad. It's just inconsistent. Because of things like the Peter Principle and within reason. I did 2 videos about this. The Peter Principle, I'm sure I did. I'm very, very sure I did. And within reason, because there's always some caveat. There's always a caveat. There's always some unknown human element and human factor involved. So by understanding the apex fallacy, we understand that the people got to the top of this hierarchy, leaderboard, whatever else, by some method, by some means, and the rest. Peter Principle kicks in, within reason, and what's also called the McNamara fallacy, kind of applicable here, kicks in, and the rest of the hierarchy is not the same as the top of the hierarchy, not the same as the peak of that group, society, you name it. There's always something else there. So it's worth understanding that when we look at high performers in society, in whatever fashion, corporate, albeit corporate or anything, they're there for a reason, and what got them there in terms of skills, attitudes, priorities, values, standards, you name it, all the buzzwords, got them there. The other people here, stands to reason, don't have an abundance as those, because if they did, by logic, by logically they'd be at the top. So that's worth understanding in society. Those that got to the top in whatever system or rank or hierarchy did it and got there for a reason. Attitudes, priorities and values. You don't accidentally, for example, win a marathon. You don't accidentally climb a mountain. You don't accidentally win a championship. You don't accidentally become a grandmaster at chess, for example. The skills that got them to the top here in whatever hierarchy, one, are self-evident that they have it, otherwise they wouldn't be there, and 2, not everyone else would have it. That's important to understand. And there's also a bit of nuance there as well. When you read between the lines a little bit, those at the top got there for a reason. Those at the bottom don't have it in abundance. And that can be applied to everything and every kind of hierarchy, not just in business, in fashion, in nursing, healthcare, in childcare kind of sectors and places and hierarchies, in a sense of corporate structure or just a business structure, even a social structure. Exactly. And one person could be top of the hierarchy in one society, in one group, or business, but at the bottom another one, because they lack complete fundamental different skills. They lack something. Otherwise, it's self-evident. These skills that made them successful over here in this hierarchy, in this structure, this society, this culture, this business, would make them successful over here. But it's not, so therefore, at the bottom of the hierarchy, good, bad, ill, ugly, whatever, it's just the way it is. For example, in a Spanish-speaking society, I'm quite good. I know how to maneuver and get around. But put me in a German-speaking society, Italian-speaking society, I suffer. Why? Because I haven't got those language skills. Yeah, these language skills over here in abundance. So therefore, I'm more successful. But in this context over here, German speaking, Italian speaking, French speaking, whatever, less successful. I have more of a hard time. Over here, less of a hard time. An easier time. Over there, harder. That's important to understand fundamentally. You could, to take one step further, to borrow a phrase from another video, another society. What's alpha in one place is not alpha in another. Alpha is contextual. Very important. So understand that when there's a hierarchy, when there's a structure, when there's a group, the people at the top of this one are there because of whatever reason, but doesn't mean they're going to be successful elsewhere. That's quite important and quite fundamental to understand. Just because it's alpha in one place and successful over here, doesn't mean they're going to be successful over there. Very interesting, very important to understand. But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. You will see me tomorrow.